Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center. I'm here to congratulate you on your Springdale Summerlin Series SM2720 travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it and show you how to use a few things so you can get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to think about when you're parking. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for this awning. On your off campsite, besides leaving plenty of room for your slide, I want you to also think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be right behind your slide or right above your tires on your off campsite or driver's side of your tow vehicle. Then your docking station for water will be up toward the front. So park accordingly so you can leave room for everything to open up accordingly and be able to utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, unhook our hitch. First thing you're going to do is level our unit. The unit comes with a power tongue jack, night docking light should you arrive at night, extend to raise, retract to lower. That's simple. Once you get it level, now looking at your unit, I'd put a level inside probably your front doorway or bring your steps down and put it on that. Once your unit is level, next thing we'll do is stabilize it. I do want you to know, should your power tongue jack go out, underneath this rubber stopper right here, you will have a hand crank that can get on that and get that up and down without power. You can turn with 2 hands, so that will move that, get that up and down. Another fair little warning on that, this rubber stopper, put gloves on when you take it off here, because the rubber they use on these, for some reason, the sun hits it and it makes everything you touch get black. So fair warning. Once you got a unit level, the next thing you do is stabilize it. All 4 corners of the unit got these power stabilizing jacks. Just gonna hit extend as they come down. One side at a time sometimes. I'm gonna recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are gonna protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris, keep them from sinking into the hot blacktop of some of these campsites. Get them down there. Grab yourself a 4-pack of those from the store, higher if you want them. Use your 10% off coupon, put them down, and run these down just until it starts to feel like it's going to lift the unit. Then you stop. Remember, our unit's level. All we're doing now is stabilizing it. So get the front ones down. Get the back ones down. Put your unit level and stable. And hook up our power and water. So big long 30 amp cord. Tucks inside here. Should you need to plug into a 110, get an adapter, bring you from 30 to 15 amp. Get your power plugged in. Actually, unplugged as I pulled that away. Get your power plugged in. Next thing we'll do is hook up our water. I do also recommend at campsites going ahead and using a surge protector. Highly recommend using them. Surge it. All those campers at one site, put that at the end of that and use that. At campsites, we're going to hook up to a city water connection. Grab yourself a water pressure regulator. It can protect the water lines in your unit because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up, hook up your hose. Don't turn on your hose yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Yours is located over here on the campsite. And all we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in there. And on rod, throw some plumber's tape around that, not putty. Putty will gum up on you. Plumber's tape around that, get that in there nice and snug, then you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now, if that hose has been on for a few minutes, go inside, open up your slide if you have to. I need you to get in there and open up your water lines. Your sinks, your showers, open them up, get all the air out of the lines, get a nice steady flow of water going through them, shut them off, and you're all set to camp. Now let's say we're going to go dry camping and you want to fill your freshwater tank. Right next to your city water is your freshwater. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Just gravity fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here, or 2 on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that when you're filling it. Don't leave it unattended. Watch on the inside. Once it's full, go ahead and remove that hose, put that cap on, and then whenever you want to get to that water now, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump and hook to the city water. That's already pressurized. Don't need it. Alright, we're all set to camp with power and water. We'll go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. Continue here on your off-camp side. Pass-through storage area. Somebody has already put some levels on your unit for you. Them are going to be great to use. Again, fresh water, city water. Normally where your fresh water is, below it will be your freshwater drain. So draining out right now. Coming down on your slides, I want to mention before bringing them out, your slide seals. Keep them lubricated. Couple times camp summer, every 2 months or so, spray them, keep them lubricated, keep them nice and flexible. That's going to add to the longevity of the life of your slide by having them seals really working well. Again, our power cord. There's an outdoor shower. Key, open that up, hot and cold shower there. Back here is our black and gray tanks. We'll talk about those when leaving the campsite. Here's where you plug in cable at the campsite. Big storage area back here. No ladder, but I recommend getting one. Getting on the roof, checking the seams of your roof, and caulk as recommended with recommended RV roofing caulk. Get a cover for this spare tire. That'll add to the longevity of that as well. Your awning does have a pitch control. I can pull down on that. Got to run all of your rainwater this way. I just recommend bringing it in rain. Rain usually means high winds. They're great for shade. You want to keep them for shade and some sprinkles, that's fine. I recommend bringing them in high winds and shade, or rain. Couple outdoor speakers. You got a vent for your hood range indoors. Access panel to the back of your fridge. This is for the condensation from your fridge. Recommend going in there and cleaning that out every now and then. Fluid for your furnace. A few things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. Two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of these. They do get hot. And we also sell bug guards for those. Really good investment. Left your hot water heater open. Here's your pressure release. Down here, if your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come out here and check to see if your 12 volt or 110 are bubbled up. If they are, simply press them back in. They are a reset there. And there is your drain. Other information for your hot water here. Not much you got to do on that. Couple of 110s out here. Big pass-through storage. Manual override for your power if they don't work. Power stabilizing jacks. There's where your battery will connect. Your propane does have a regulator on it. Point it toward the one you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open when your tanks are filled. You also have a cover. What covers everything out here? Let's take a look on the inside. Alright, coming up beside the unit, the first thing I have to point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone camping with you know where the fire extinguisher is located in case of an emergency. Walking straight in. On the corner here, we got awning and slide room controls. Real quick on your awning, you only want to run that out until that flap falls down and you can see your brown bar. If you continue to hold that out, that will keep rolling out, flip up onto itself, and start to roll itself up backwards, and you don't want that. So keep an eye on it when you're running your awning out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. So that's going to be our slide control. Make sure everything's clear here. It looks like drawers are closed. We hit out on that. Run our dinette out. And when it's out, you will know by that sound. That's just a slide mechanism saying I'm all the way out. Must have a battery on it to utilize that. So I've got one on out there. Awning. And interior lights. Turn around behind me. Let's go straight into your thermostat. Only 3 settings on these. You got a fan, you got AC, you got heat, and then off. So let's go right into your AC. Crank that down. Get that to crank up. These also have a quick dump to blast cold air in here as soon as you get to the campsite. It's super hot in here. Close those and they go better through these. These are also adjustable. Move them, point down toward wherever you're at. Very cool there. Back around to a thermostat. Circle around to off. Now you see that normally those shut off rather quickly. Make a liar of me. Alright. Now I'm going to go through to furnace. Got that cranked up to 90 with my return. Get that cranked up. Your return is actually under the fridge. But what you will notice when I shut the furnace off, it's this way with all units, it takes about 2, maybe 3 minutes to cycle through before it shuts your furnace off. Down here is going to be carbon monoxide and propane detector. TV does have a safety strap. Find a remote for that. One thing I want to mention on your television is when you arrive at the campsite, first make sure that green light is on, that black button next to that cable there. Make sure that light is on, that's your antenna. But when you arrive at the campsite, go into the menu, go into home, run a digital channel scan so that you can pick up all of the channels at whatever station you're at. Or pick up all the local stations at the campsite you're at. For that, we got a sound system. Got working here. Indoor and outdoor speakers. Turn them up. Indoor as well. There we go. Try to pick up a station now.
That says made in China. Take the price that you paid for and add 60%.
So again, indoor and outdoor speakers.
Opportunity economy. She's not hitting you with the sales tax of doom.
AM, FM. Let's see what other modes they got. Auxiliary. Let's see a Bluetooth. Oh, there's your Bluetooth. Again, indoor and outdoor speakers. Continuing in, you're down that. If you lift this table up, remove those wooden or those metal legs. Put that wooden top down onto these wooden lip all the way around. Flat cushions on top gives you a whole nother sleeping area. Into our kitchen. Just want to mention on plumbing. Use these square hole screws. Access to your plumbing in there. Mostly PEX nowadays, but if you're bouncing this up and down the road, you're traveling a lot, just check your plumbing every now and then. Feel around, make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. Another access panel here. Propane, turn this to light. Hit that with a stick lighter. That'll light these. No spark on these. Same thing as your pilot light. Get in there and light that by hand. Up here is a self-explanatory microwave. In here is where you turn on your hot water heater if hooked to gas, your hot water heater if hooked to electric. It does make a difference. Choose correctly. Down here is where you check the levels of your battery, fresh, black, and gray tanks. And down here is where you turn on your water pump to get to the fresh water. Your fridge, Dometic, really simple control. Push that in, push this into auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're running off gas. Pull that out. Now you're running off gas. If that light comes on, check your gas. Your gas will be low. Separate entryway. Coming into your bathroom from outdoors. Keep everybody from running through your whole unit. Down in here in the hallway is going to be your breaker box and fuses. You got a ton of 15s in there and a couple of 40s. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Access panel to the back of your shower and in front of your shower. More plumbing to keep an eye on. 110 with GFCI reset. You do have a hand crank open power exhaust vent in here. When you first arrive at the campsite, flush this, put several gallons of water into your black tank before putting solid waste into it. Your black tank, and you will thank yourself later. Big bunk areas with its own lighting. Looks like an access panel here to your outdoor storage, which makes you want to remember to keep that back storage locked, otherwise it's access to your whole unit. 110 here. You're all prepped for a TV here. I would assume there's a backer here. Don't quote me on that, I don't see one, but here's your cable on 110 if you want to set a TV up somewhere up back in here. Back down our hallway, up in the ceiling, antenna, crank that to the left or counterclockwise for down, to the right for up. Coming into our bedroom here, got another carbon monoxide detector, big mattress with storage underneath, curtains for both sides of that, and here's your other lighting. That covers everything in here. It's act like we're leaving the campsite. Close the unit up. I normally start by coming to my control panel and shutting off my interior lights. Now I know all the other lights that are on, I need to walk through and shut off by hand. So make sure any windows are closed, any vents, your bathroom vent. All lights are off. Come back to my control panel, turn on my interior light. Mentioned go through this, several manuals left over. Go through it, make sure you understand everything's going on in your trailer. Doors and drawers. Walk through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede our slide from coming in. And hit slide in. And just like going out, when you hear that noise, it's in. Exit the unit. Close your doors. Bring up these steps in 2 folds. 1, 2. Now for dry camping, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks. Show you the front ones and show you these ones coming back up. Go around and underneath our freshwater again. We're going to dump our freshwater tank and head on home to the nearest dump station, whatever we're in need of. Before the campsite, we'll unhook our power, our water, our cable. Bring up our stabilizing jacks and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is behind your tires, almost at the very rear of the unit, on the driver's side of your tow vehicle. You're going to hook up. First thing to pull is that black handle. That's going to be your sewage. When it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of your black tank. Shows empty, come back out, close that black, and then pull your gray. While my grays are draining, get up underneath here and dump our low point drains. If we're done camping for the season, you don't want to leave stagnant water in your hot water heater. Come over here, lift up on this pressure release valve. You just heard air come out. Careful, some water will come out of there. Close that down. Then pull your drain plug for your residual water. When your gray is done, close that gray handle, take that sewage hose, and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Springdale for many years to come. Happy camping.